Peace reflections. You are over here with Torithia. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the follow button because you are officially in with my crew. All my Scorpions jump in the building. If you're not a Scorpio, don't even worry about it, baby. Don't even worry about it. Maybe next lifetime. Yes, maybe next lifetime. Please. Okay. I'm just playing with y'all. The rest of the zodiac signs. Quit acting sensitive. Quit acting sensitive because you know how we get when our energy come through. You know how the Scorpions get when our energy come through, baby. We be trying to rise like the phoenix, okay? Now, speaking of Scorpios, y'all do know the full moon is in Scorpio today, right? Y'all know that, don't you? Reflection. Okay, I'm feeling the energy. I am feeling the energy. What about you? Okay, for everyone out there who don't know about the pink moon, for everyone who don't know about the full moon in Scorpio, Scorpio's energy, then baby, jump in the building, jump in my spaceship, come over here with my crew reflection, because you know how we do. We don't have drive outs, baby. We don't got valid tags, but we do have good information over here. We got, yes, reflection. We got good information. Okay, this shit comes from all the way across the cosmos. This shit right here, reflection, comes from Jupiter, Venus, and Mars. Okay, so you know you have to check my information. Check it, reflection. All right. So with that being said, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the follow button because it lets everyone know that hey, me and my crew are over here. We have officially landed because you know we have to sneak over here to Earth reflection. Okay. Now with that being said, let me turn my music down in my spaceship, baby. Let me turn that music down. Okay. Now, remember, the new moon is, I said the new moon, the full moon is actually in Scorpio reflection and it is conjuncted Pluto, baby. It's Pluto right there beside it. So you already know what's going on. The energy is amplified. So for everyone who's not really into astrology and they just don't know what is all this about, Tarithia, even if you're not into astrology, it's key to understand the energy that's going on right now. Reflection, you need to know because people may be acting a little strange. People from the past may be coming back for a little blast, and you need to know how to handle the situation. Okay, and that's what T come in. That's what Tarithia is coming in. Okay, so with that being said, get in my spaceship, roll up, pull up, get comfortable because the full moon is in Scorpio.
Here's what all the signs can expect for the full moon in Scorpio. Before I dive in, it is very important to preface these readings by saying we have been through a lot cosmically these past 4 weeks. Okay, so just to recap, we have been through the full moon lunar eclipse at the end of March. We have been through and still are going through Mercury retrograde. We experienced the new moon solar eclipse. We just experienced the Jupiter Uranus conjunction, and now it's going to be tied with a bow with this full moon in Scorpio. Okay, if you don't get nothing else out of this fucking reading, embrace the change. Okay, let's go. Aries, I really feel like this full moon in Scorpio might get you in an argument with somebody. I'm not gonna lie. This Scorpio energy, full moon in Scorpio, it just has an energy about it, okay? And I feel like somebody who's been on your nerves for quite a long time is finally gonna catch it, okay? They finally gonna catch it from you. Honestly, they kind of deserve it. But here's the thing. I feel like this moment needs to happen so you can finally cut the last string that is keeping you from your pleasure, from your joy, from your peace, from your happiness. This full moon is all about pleasure. And once you finally get rid of this person or situation, you can finally enjoy life. It's not too good to be true. You deserve this, Aries. Taurus, this full moon is all about nourishment for you. I feel that probably for the past 4 to 6 weeks, you have been starved. Okay, spiritually, emotionally, physically, okay? And this is finally, this full moon is kind of bringing in a bounty. I feel like finally you're able to eat, okay? Finally you'll be like, oh, I've been waiting on these things. Like it's almost as if like you've walked through the desert and finally when you got to water, there was like a buffet waiting for you, okay? Take that analogy however it resonates, but this full moon is bringing in what you've been waiting on that is going to fill you up, okay? Gemini, this full moon is bringing in change for you, my dear. All right, and just like I said for this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, you are being called to walk away from something or someone, okay? I don't really find you to be a combative sign, so I feel like circumstances around you are happening, Gemini, that are forcing you to choose and make a change. Do not fight this. Accept it, and don't try to be nobody's friend. I don't know who that was for, but don't try to be nobody's friend. The time for friendship is over. We're cutting cords. Cancer, you also have pleasure just like Aries. However, I feel like you finally have the money and the resources to enjoy life and this full moon the way that you want to. I feel like you've been holding back in a lot of ways, either because you're being responsible fiscally or because you were waiting on some money. And I feel like now this full moon is like bringing in everything that you've been waiting on. I also kind of feel like with this being in a fellow water sign as you, this full moon in Scorpio is like, it's feeling like a release. It's feeling like a finally. It feels like retribution in a way. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if that's resonating. Leo, you have the masculine card today for your full moon in Scorpio. Now, personally, I hate full moons in Scorpios. I really do. As a fellow Leo, I don't love this energy at all. It usually is very uncomfortable for me. But this is about you right now. For the collective Leos, the message is stay on their neck. Stay on their neck, okay? This is not the time to back down. You have so many planetary alignments supporting you, helping you to get what you want. You better get after it. I'm not playing with you, Leo. I've been saying this all month long. Do not be lazy. If you really want to see life progress for you, get after it with the intensity of like Thor. I've been watching so many Vikings lately. I'm sorry, but you guys get it. You get it. Virgo. All right, I really hope that you are a Harry Potter fan because I'm going to give you a Harry Potter analogy. Your card is the path, okay? And you are being called to trust the path this full moon in Scorpio. Now, the analogy is if you've ever watched Harry Potter, you know how when they're in Hogwarts, the staircase will just shift whenever the fuck they decide they want to shift. I kind of feel like that's your life right now, Virgo. The stairs are fucking moving to a whole different motherfucking corridor and you don't have shit to do about it, okay? You just need to go. You just need to trust the plan, trust the divine. Spirit said this is where you need to go, bitch, because you don't have another choice. And you can't even get to the other, wherever you thought you was going, you're going to have to go a whole different way. It's going to be too much to even get back to where you was trying to go, so you might as well just go where this staircase has taken you. I hope that is making sense, Virgo. Trust the path. Trust the path. Don't resist it. Libra, you have self-reflection. So I feel like this full moon in Scorpio is forcing you to take a very hard look at yourself, but you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're noticing not only the things you don't like, but the things you do like. This full moon is like causing you to have a moment where you're really seeing yourself for the first time. Like you're being raw with yourself. You're being really raw and you're having acceptance about the steps that you took that led you here, the steps that you didn't have control over that led you here. And I feel like you're finally going to course correct because you finally paused to really take accountability for where the fuck you are. I feel like this is really helping you. So embrace this energy and allow yourself to be introspective. Scorpio, as this full moon is happening in your sign, the card you have is darkness. I really feel like this season is a time for you to recalibrate what you need to do to get your goals. I pulled a clarification card for you and I got the 5 of Wands. I feel like you are really coming up with a plan of attack to really get what you want. I feel like there was previously maybe a period or energy of defeat. And this full moon, you're like, okay, let me rework it. Let me stay low for a minute. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to show them who I really am. I'm going to come back reborn and better than before. Okay, that is the vibe of you. And I believe you. I believe that you will do it. And everybody's going to be like, Sagittarius, you have discernment, all right? This full moon in Scorpio is going to force you to see who your real freaking friends are. And it's not just discernment of like people who you can trust, but also discernment, again, of how you need to operate, okay? Again, I'm kicking this message to you, Sagittarius, that you cannot behave how you have been behaving. You have to have discernment, be like, you know what? I might need to try a different approach. You know, I can't shake that. You have to have discernment to operate differently, to move differently, to choose differently so that you can get to where you want to go. That full moon that we're going to come into is going to highlight in a way, your wisdom for you. So don't ignore it. Capricorn, we have protection for you. And I know that a lot of my Capricorns have been stressed out about many different things, but baby, you are divinely protected, okay? There is nothing that you need to worry about right now. Like, you are blessed and highly favored. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but everything is working out for you. This full moon is bringing things to a close that have put you through a lot of suffering for a long time. This Scorpio full moon is ending. Full moons are endings in general, but especially the Scorpio, where it's literally about death and rebirth. It is closing out themes, sagas. Look at the horn. All the things that were intrusive in your life to a close. Amen. Aquarius, this full moon is highlighting gratitude for you, okay? This full moon in Scorpio is probably making you quite emotional to the point where you're really, really grateful for where you are, how far you've come. I would do a ceremony, if you will. If any of you guys have an altar, if you have any kind of space that you come to spiritually and commune with your beliefs, your higher powers, okay? I would just write out a few things that I'm grateful for and just spend time honoring the gratitude. I really would do that as a full moon ritual for you, Aquarius. That's going to raise your vibration and bring in all of the things that you desire closer to you. Gratitude is always the attitude. Pisces, we have blossoming for you. This full moon in Scorpio in your fellow water sign is forcing you to rise above. You're opening, you're bursting open in this spring energy. I just feel like you're light, you're fluffy, you're airy, you're not concerned about the negative people and negative energies, negative circumstances. You are focused on you. And I feel like nobody can turn down your shine right now, Pisces. You are the belle of the ball, I want to say. I do. I really do. Embrace it. So that is what I have for all of the signs. If you would like your own full moon.
All right, hit the like and subscribe button. Reflection. We are over here talking about what to expect during this full moon in Scorpio, baby. You know, Scorpio energy is super, super intense. And Reflection, I had to come over here and tell you about what to expect. I had to let you know what all of the people had to say out there. I had to let you know what the stars had to say. Okay. So with that being said, a lot of energy. This is a very powerful energy that's coming through, Reflection. So you have to be prepared. If you're not prepared for what's going on, then you may fall victim to the blast of the past. Okay.
This full moon is going to be so intense and so uncomfortable that it makes Jupiter-Uranus look like a walk in the park. Yes, on the 23rd or the 24th in some locations of April. In April, we'll be having a pink full moon in the sign of Scorpio. But what is a pink moon? According to the Farmer's Almanac, a pink moon is the first full moon in the month of April. But they mainly call it pink because of this flower called Phlox subulata. Maybe you guys can help me out with the pronunciation. But this pink full moon has us seeing red behind the blurriness of our tears, because we are going to be revisiting our anger, our traumas. This full moon is involved in a T-square with Pluto in Aquarius at the apex. It's basically telling us we are so goddamn stubborn, so fearful, so scared of our traumas, our scars, the things that haunt us that we're trying to avoid, that we're stopping our progress and our future, the future of who we can become. And Pluto really is irritating the fuck out of us. It's squaring the moon, which means that we're going to be emotionally uncomfortable, irritable, lashing out of nowhere from our past, from our family, at home, even towards our maternal figure. And also Pluto will be squaring the sun, which means that we'll also be lashing out against authority figures, trying to find our own purpose, our own identity amongst other people, and trying to find our freedom. But if we don't fix our fucking psychological issues and stop undoing ourselves, then we won't have an ego, or we'll have an unhealthy ego, and we won't transform into nothing. This Scorpio full moon says get out of a rut and get out of your shit. Pluto in Aquarius is telling us to move forward, look to the future, but first, handle your damn business. The one that involves healing by picking up some new methods that actually work for us individually. And collectively, I could kind of see us healing together. So also watch out for that. Some topics on TikTok talking about how we're emotionally troubled as a people, and it's because we lack resources or we lack values. That will become something big in the next 2 to 3 days. Watch, I'm predicting it. Just because it's Taurus season doesn't mean there's no Aries influence. We have a Taurus stellium, which means that we're tapping into our subconscious, the parts of us that make us angry, where we are questioning ourselves, what are we angry at? And what is rooted in our past that's making us repeat these same type of toxic patterns. Mercury conjunct the North Node in Aries is saying, go, 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 go towards our destiny, be hyper-focused. But where the hell is that? For one, we're too emotional to move anywhere. We don't know where the hell we're going. 2, Mars is in Pisces, so we're already foggy as well. And 3, Mercury does not turn direct until 2 days after the full moon. Then we'll receive our answer. Scorpio full moon is saying sometimes you have to go back to hell, reevaluate everything that you believed in, your core value, and emerge towards your future as the new phoenix, the renewed version of yourself.
All right, reflection. Remember, it's no point of becoming your new version of yourself if you're gonna constantly dibble and dabble in shit in the past. All right, so the past could be coming back, knocking on the door. Don't open that motherfucker, reflection. Do not open the door, because it's that same lesson they just came through to make sure. Scorpio just came through. They said, you sure you don't want to go back to the past? You sure you want to become your higher version? Are you sure? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Did you know that the Scorpio full moon is going to change your whole life in the next 6 months? Okay, I need to share this with you guys, what you need to know about this Scorpio full moon that's happening on April 23rd, 2024, how it will affect you 3 days before the day of and 3 days after. If you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, go check it out. I have a full energy update and it is like bussin'. Like, it's really, really good. If you're a Scorpio, let me know down below, repost it, share it. You guys know the drill. Let's get into it. So if you're a Scorpio or you know a Scorpio, you know that there's no joking around when a Scorpio sign moon cycle comes up. And this Scorpio full moon is telling us how our emotions are making us victims to us saying that we were chosen for this path and this purpose. Now, hold on with me here. Let me go a little bit deeper with you. What I mean for this Scorpio full moon is a lot of the times we really code ourselves to feel like I was chosen to be whatever, healer, light worker, whatever you want to call it, writer, singer. What is it that you feel that your heart is calling you to? Now, the crazy thing is that some of you are chosen, but some of y'all volunteered and stepped forward. So whether you were chosen or you raised your hand and you volunteered to come into this life, it was a choice. And either way, you agreed to that choice. So Scorpio full moon is showing us the battle between our shadow and our higher self, death and life. Now, as you guys know, the Scorpio full moon is happening on the 23rd. Mercury retrograde leaves on the 25th, which basically means that this is literally the grand finale. It is the final orchestra of what needs to leave our life so we can finally free ourselves and be at peace, not comfortable. Now, the shadow likes to be comfortable. It likes habits. It likes not being told to change. It likes being a victim to the old story. Scorpio full moon is going to come in and say, hey, that's enough of that. That is literally disturbing your peace. What do you actually want to manifest? What are you actually here to experience? Because remember, you chose it, you volunteered it, and really, spirit didn't choose you. You know, no one chose you. You chose you to be here. And now it's time for you to step into that power and stop being a victim to the power that you have, you honor, and not be this version of you that is going to allow these old stories and patterns to run you, because it's tiring you out. And that is probably why during the Scorpio full moon, some of y'all are going to be feeling a little bit of an energy burn, and others of you are going to feel a little bit of a peak. But all this to say, Scorpio full moon, the title of the movie is Phoenix Rising. And in November, come fall 2024 is harvesting your 888 portal. I can't even speak. I'm so excited. What that means is that this year, 2024, is the year of 8. Now, the 4th month, the 23rd day, and the year of 2024, and you add all these numbers together, it gives you the number 8. Right? So what does that mean? It means that this Scorpio full moon is literally telling us where we are going to be leaving in the dust all that scarce mindset, specifically to our shadow. And we're going to love that shadow deeply and step into this higher light of harvest. So this is telling you, what are you harvesting? This Scorpio full moon is like, you got to let this go and spring clean physically, whether that's things in your house, and just make some space for some new energy, new clothes, new money, whatever it is. Because when things are stagnant, it creates dust. And when things create dust, it gets a little dusty in here. It makes it a little bit, right? And we feel unclear, we feel stagnant. So Scorpio full moon comes in and says, hey, let's look at these things that are a little bit dusty here. Let's put it out in the garbage and let's get something new into our life. Because every time you throw something out, you're making space for a higher version of something new to come in. And that's what we're calling in. So this Scorpio full moon is preparing for the next 6 months for you to be in a deep harvest. And I want to know, based on the Scorpio full moon, what you're seeing in your relationships. And if you want to learn a little bit more about that, go to my YouTube channel. I have a full energy update about why the relationships in our lives are so important to look at for the Scorpio full moon. And what are the emotions that you're noticing are being triggered right now? Let's chat about it in the comments. I want to read them. I want to hear you guys. I want to hear what you have to say and what you're feeling, because I'm so excited to see what's going to happen. Like, the great mystery of tomorrow is, we don't know. But the gift that you have today is the present. And this Scorpio full moon gift that we have in present, that's why they call it the present a present, is that it's giving you emotions to understand the great mystery of what's to come. And the history can't be brought back, but we can say, hey, shadow, hey, history, thank you for showing me what I need to know about my emotions, my relationships, and my relationship with abundance and life, really. Abundance equals life. So then I can really understand how to protect my peace at all costs. And when I do that, I'm choosing me. And in that, I'm choosing the right thing that's aligned for my birthright. So I hope.
All right, reflection. Remember, a lot of blasts from the past is coming back. They're coming back to make sure you still want to become your newest version. They say, you sure you don't want to stay your old self? You sure you doing shadow work? You don't even fuck that shadow work. That's what they said. They said you ain't even been doing no shadow work. You might as well stay here with me. You might as well stay in your lower self. You might as well stay in the past, baby. You already sent the movie to rewind it, played it again, rewind it again, played it again. They said play it one more time. Just one more time.
Get ready to cry it out and let it go on the 23rd for this full moon. This is an intense, emotional, transformative full moon in Scorpio. This is going to be the emotional release you need to move forward. People can be very delulu at this time. Things can feel very confusing, especially in terms of work and how you take action in relationships. We're still in Mercury retrograde in the sign of Aries, so there's still this emotional tie that you're trying to move forward from. There's this intensity with this full moon where you're trying to really become the person you want to be, but it requires you to take action and change something in your life. Especially when it comes to doing something different and unique from your friends or community because you want to align to your values. The spiritual, emotional work that you're doing is feeling more opportunistic and expansive right now. You could be having some very healing conversations right now, especially when it comes to your sense of worthiness of going after your dreams and goals. We're gaining clarity with full moons, and this one in particular in the sign of Scorpio is going to highlight some secrets about how you perceive yourself in relationships and what does intimacy look like for you. This energy is very optimal for any creative work. This is the perfect time for you to do shadow work because that's going to help you uncover which parts of yourself are you still not accepting and which parts of yourself from the past have you still not forgiven. This honestly is going to be a very helpful time to let go of the past and heal. This is the closing of a chapter in one area of your life. If you want to make magical, supportive, kind friends and understand how this full moon is impacting your chart specifically while also doing a shadow work ritual to release and let go of the past, then come join us for this event. The link is on my website. It's going to be so much fun. I'll be diving deeper as
All right, reflection. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. We over here talking about that pink moon, baby. We are talking about that Scorpion energy in conjunction with fucking Pluto, baby. Shout out to them. Okay, we are here talking about releasing the past. Reflection. They They knocking at your door. Don't answer that motherfucker. Sit right there, reflection. Don't even answer. Look out the window. Don't even answer, reflection. Shit. Let the phone ring. Don't even answer. I'm trying to tell you now. I'm trying to tell you, we doing our shadow work. We can't let all this shadow work go in vain, reflection. Cause Pluto, they knocking at our door. You know Pluto, they kind of like Capricorn. They kind of like Saturn, reflection. They don't play a lot. They not like Sagittarian. They're not like Jupiter, reflection. They don't like to play a lot. They be serious. They're very serious. You know, karma. You know what I'm saying? Capricorn and Scorpion energy, it reminds me of that. You know how Karma, she come and sit down, drink a little tea and shit, talk things over before she come and destroy shit. Reflection, but really you call her to destroy shit because you could have closed the door the whole time. Karma said I was finna let you close the door, but since you don't want to close it, I'ma close it. Now you know how I am when I close doors and shit. I don't close them, I slam them. I slam. You can see the wind off your forehead when I slam the door. That's how Karma do, reflection. I'm just trying to, get what I'm saying? Help you avoid the wind and shit getting slammed in your face because Karma, I'm trying to tell you, she got her pocketbook and shit, reflection. She got her pocketbook. She ain't even got no purse, reflection. She got a pocketbook.
Once you know something, you cannot unknow it. And something's coming out with the Scorpio full moon. Once you start to break out of the cocoon, you can't go backwards. With the Scorpio full moon on April 23rd squaring Pluto, there is something coming to the surface, likely something that's been existing in the shadows, in secret, that is driving change. You're becoming quite aware of what within your life needs to change. This full moon is situated in between two major events that are also impacting the energy of this full moon. Over the weekend, we had the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which is true breakthrough energy. New ideas, new starts, desires to break through limitations. It's the energy of feeling into our wings and getting excited about the ability to fly and where we're going to fly. And in 2 days' time after this full moon, we have Mercury stationing direct. So we're leaving this introspective, nostalgic energy of Mercury retrograde. We're taking all of that data and we're moving forward. We're realizing that you cannot make the drive looking at your rearview mirror. You know what's behind you. You've worked through the data. You've been dedicated to your healing. Mercury aligned with Chiron during its retrograde. And now we're moving forward. And with the Scorpio full moon situated between the two, again, it's exciting to feel into your wings, but the Scorpio full moon is grieving of the cocoon. It's realizing what needs to be left behind in the pursuit of your transformation, in the pursuit of your moving forward, which can be emotional. Scorpio full moon squaring Pluto, allow yourself to feel and allow yourself to feel deeply. But know that the best is yet to come. You know what exists within the cocoon. You know what's in your rearview mirror. Now it's time to look forward and fly.
We finna come out the cocoon, reflection. We finna rise out the ashes. Shout out to all the Scorpions out there. Y'all can't stay in the cocoon. So you just gonna stay in the cocoon. So you don't wanna know. Your wings and shit, they gonna, all right, you're gonna be stuck together, reflection. It's time for you to come out the cocoon. You can't stay in the darkness. If you stay in the darkness, it's gonna consume ya. You gotta come out of the fire and rise like the phoenix, baby. It's time to be an eagle. Ain't you tired of crawling like a scorpion? It's time to become the eagle, reflection. We gotta fly. I believe I can fly. Yeah.
There is a Scorpio full moon on April 23rd, and it's really a Scorpio full moon on steroids because it will be squaring Pluto, which already rules Scorpio. This full moon will force you to realize through your own unique personal situation that you can't control everything. When you relinquish control, then you allow more energy to flow through you. And this influx of new energy could help you step into your true power that you were meant to harness in this lifetime. For some of you, that release may entail you revealing a stark truth to someone, or someone may reveal a dark secret to you. Scorpios will have the most intense emotions to unload. Tauruses may form a closer bond with someone, merging with them physically, financially, psychically, emotionally. Leos could be navigating new revelations about their family, dealing with home-related finances, or moving. And Aquariuses could have a major head-to-head power struggle with an authority figure, or could be changing jobs. Will the truth change you completely?
If you stay ready, then you don't have to get prepared. Reflection. If you stay, why you thought we was doing shadow work? Reflection. I told you I love you, baby. I told you, reflection. Them Scorpions. This is their year. This is their year, reflection. The number of the 8. I keep telling y'all that's the year. It's two snakes. They be kissing each other. Them Scorpions in private. They be kissing each other, reflection. So you gotta watch them serpents. You have to watch them. You gotta know their energy. You gotta know the energy we fucking with. They coming and they taking shit from the past. They say, listen. Do you love it? Yes, you still love it. Yes, you do. I know you said you didn't. I know you said you moved on. I know you said that, but I know deep down inside in your root chakra, because I'm Scorpio, baby, because I can pierce through your soul. I know you still want to go back to the past. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I got it right here at your front door. Look, look. They knocking. You gonna let them in? Are you gonna let them in? Or you gonna become your higher version? Which one you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Reflection?
Moons occurring in 2024. This next full moon in Scorpio on April 23rd is going to be the most illuminating and the most clearing. It's going to give you exactly what it is that you need, but it might not be what you think that you want. I got a hunch it might even be better. Let's discuss. This lunation squares Pluto, and Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. Think deep-seated desires, patterns from childhood. It's like this one is actually begging us to finally break free from the past, and it might do this in some pretty radical ways. And in doing this, it could definitely stir things up from the past. It can make you feel more nostalgic or even downright more emotional. And this is because Pluto wants us to face things head on rather than avoid them. It could also bring up feelings of jealousy or even insecurity relating to the past. It's going to be so important for you to show yourself some compassion, some self-love, and really participate.
All right, reflection. Hit the like and subscribe button. We was over here talking about the full moon in Scorpio. We talking about this pink moon. We talking about these motherfuckers from the past. It's coming back for a blast. Reflection. What you gonna do? Are you gonna open a door, or you gonna become your higher version? What are you gonna do? Reflection. Because you are over here with my crew. And remember, Taretha just over here to remind you. I'm just here to do a little reminder, reflection, because I can't let you be out there and not know the energy that's outside. I don't want you thinking there's greatness knocking at your door the whole time. Is just a blast from the past. It's a movie you know already watched this shit before. You know already read the book. You know already watched the movie. We know already went in that grocery store. Reflection. We know already got everything on aisle 3. What we going to get it again for? We already got it. Until next time.